What's up, Chuckers? Producer Mike here. Welcome to your Served 5-Setter, a weekly roundup of all things racket sports. 5 stories in 10 minutes or less. Here is what we have for you. A Madrid makeover, a shocking next-gen result, the ATP heat check, and Iga gives back. But first, the split heard round the world. After 7 years, Carlos Alcaraz and Juan Ferrero have officially parted ways. The tennis world is reeling, and the reactions from the Spanish inner circle are revealing. Toni, the architect behind Rafa's dominance, spoke to a publication, Marca, with a heavy dose of realism. Quote, "The logical thing was to continue. I'm surprised because Alcaraz finished as number 1 in the world." Uncle Toni didn't stop there, highlighting the power imbalance in modern coaching, saying, "Relationships in tennis world are difficult because the one who pays, which is the player, usually pays to hear what he wants to hear. I imagine the decision is not tennis related." End quote. And then there's the take from the former player and current tourney director, Feliciano Lopez. Speaking on the big match on Cope, he expressed real worry about Carlos's future without his mentor, saying, quote, "I don't know if Carlos will be mentally prepared to face what remains of his career, at least in the short term, without Juan Carlos as a figurehead. That's my opinion, which is why this breakup makes me a little sad." Reports also say that brother Alvaro is taking a larger role and that Carlitos has been spotted practicing with Flavio Cobolli. The post-Juan Carlos era has officially begun. And next on to set number 2 for a major power play in the Spanish capital. Garbiñe Muguruza has been named the new co-director of the Madrid Open, joining the aforementioned Lopez at the helm. This is the first year of a total regime change. Not only is this a new leadership structure, but it's the first tournament under the ownership of Ari Emanuel's Mari Group. It appears that the goal here is a total rebrand. For years, Madrid had been haunted by Cakegate, that infamous 2023 moment where Alcaraz was presented with a massive tiered cake on center court, while the world number 2 woman, Aryna Sabalenka, was handed a tiny grocery store-sized cake in the lounge. It became the symbol of a tournament that appeared to be treating the WTA as an afterthought. In a message released this past Monday, Muguruza addressed the move toward a more balanced future, saying, quote, "The Madrid Open has always been eager to be ahead, to make a step forward, to be a bit of a pioneer. I think it's a great idea to share the workload and provide the best service to both ATP and WTA players." On to set number 3 with news that starting next season, the ATP Tour will be implementing a strict heat rule, something that the WTA has had in place for over 30 years. This follows a 2025 season where players were pushed to the brink. In Shanghai this October, the conditions were borderline dangerous. Jannik Sinner was battling cramps, Novak Djokovic was visibly ill, and Holger Rune famously snapped at the umpire.
Why ATP doesn't have a heat rule? I don't know. It's a very good question.
Can we get an ice towel, please?
Ice towel?
Ice towel, please.
Conditions were so dire, even Novak weighed in after his match in Shanghai, saying this.
Just very challenging conditions these days, these few weeks for all the players, and just trying to stay alive on the court, and glad to overcome this hurdle.
The new protocol is clear, providing a 10-minute break between the second and third sets if the wet bulb temperature hits 30 degrees Celsius or 86 degrees Fahrenheit, and an immediate suspension of play if it hits 32 degrees Celsius or 89.6 degrees Fahrenheit. Set number 4 features world number 2 Iga Swiatek, who's busy building a professional infrastructure for the next generation of athletes. If you've been following Iga on Instagram this week, you saw the photos and videos from Hotel Verte in Warsaw. She was there to meet the very first winners of her foundation scholarship program, a group of 5 young Polish athletes spanning everything from swimming and speed skating to golf and, of course, tennis. But what makes this move very Iga is the depth of the support. This isn't just a scholarship check. It's a total high-performance package. Iga is providing these athletes with direct access to her own inner circle, including her sports psychologist and her physiotherapist. In a statement shared across her foundation's social channels and the WTA's official site, Iga explained, quote, "I wanted to create a program that really helps talented athletes on their way. It's not only financial support, but access to knowledge and experts. I know from my own experience how important both of these elements are, both at the beginning of a career and throughout it." In the spirit of the holiday season and giving like Iga, check out our newsletter to see other players making a difference, like the 2025 Arthur Ashe Humanitarian Award winner Andrei Rublev, whose foundation is funding pediatric surgeries across the globe. So just a reminder, it is a great time of year to find a way to give back. Check out the newsletter and maybe you'll find something you want to give to. And now for our final story, which takes us to the next-gen ATP Finals in Jeddah, where a player outside the top 150 pulled out a stunning victory from the jaws of certain defeat. Spanish teenager Rafael Hodar shocked the top-seeded Lerner Tien in a 5-set thriller on Wednesday. However, Hodar didn't just win, he survived, saving 4 match points before closing out the thriller. In his post-match interview, Hodar had this to say.
What in particular do you feel you did really well today?
Well, just trying to keep going, believing in myself. I knew it was a very tough opponent. Lerner always plays very well. So yeah, I just had to keep believing in myself and knew that I was going to have a chance at the end.
And a quick shout out to the University of Virginia, because that's, of course, where you are playing your college tennis. It's very difficult to combine everything, but you are managing to do it. How are you doing it?
Yeah, I mean, I'm super grateful for everything Virginia has done for me this year. It has been a very good month for me. Playing and studying at the same time in Virginia is probably, one of the best years of my life so far. But yeah, I know I have to keep going here in Jeddah. It's just the first match. I have to recover well, get ready for tomorrow, because it's going to be another battle, yeah.
Is it just me, guys, or is college tennis legit if it has dudes like this on the roster? Another awesome part of Hodar's story is that just a year ago at this same event, he was only a hitting partner warming players up. Now, the University of Virginia sophomore is one of the ones to beat. And for all you Lerner Tien fans, don't you worry. He won his match yesterday to stay alive in Jeddah. The final round of the group stage is today, Friday, December 19th. You can catch the semifinals and finals this weekend on Tennis Channel. All right, let's wrap it up this week with our tiebreak trivia. Sticking with our next-gen theme, not surprisingly, there has never been a repeat champion, but there has been one repeat runner-up. Who is that player? Want the answer without scrolling through Wikipedia? Just sign up for our 5-setter newsletter. Link in the show description, and we will share the answer to the tiebreak trivia, as well as the rest of the top stories from the week. Be sure to hit subscribe on YouTube and follow us on your favorite podcast platform. Guys, this is our last 5-setter of the year, so please have a wonderful and safe holiday, and we will see you in the new year.